everyone, this is Sam, and today I'm going to show you the best resolve regeneration and health return build in all of Ghost Tsushima. When you have this build on, you're going to fight free, you're going to fight well because you're not afraid of getting hit, and actually hitting you is going to make you even harder to deal with. Believe me, you're not going to die. Yep, this is real, and it's possible, and I call this the Berserker Samurai. So if you enjoyed today's tutorial, please share and like, and if you would like to see more Tsushima tutorials, just make sure to subscribe. And if you want to catch up on the previous one, there's a playlist in the description of all the tutorials I've made on this game. The first thing you're going to need, armor-wise, you're going to need the Samurai Clan armor. And the key thing you're going for is that 30% resolve gain from damage. The specific charms you'll need are going to be the 2 Charm of Broken Barriers, 1 Charm of Resolve 2, 2 Divine Healing Charms, and the Charm of Silence. The Divine Healing Charms are key because once your health falls below 50%, 1 heal is going to recover all your health. Everything else is resolve gain, and the Charm of Silence is going to be big, but you don't necessarily need it. But I'm going to show you how you can go away from it, but let's look at this one first. With the Charm of Silence on lethal mode, we'll also go over hard mode footage later. But as you can see, lethal hits incredibly hard, and every single time I'm hit, I'm able to get all my health back. Essentially on lethal, as you get into the game, you can't survive 2 hits. There's nothing you can do or put together to help you survive more than 2 good hits. 3, you're definitely done, but majority of the time 2, you're finished also. But with the 2 Divine Healing Charms combined, you can see every time I heal after 1 hit, I can take another hit. That's all it is. And as I take damage, I also get plenty of resolve back. So essentially, getting hit gives me back almost 1 resolve. Breaking barriers is definitely going to get me back that 1 resolve. So I can pretty much do infinite 1 heals to take 1 hit infinitely. Then the skill really comes down to being able to click heal at the right time. But as you can see, the resolve return on everything is great. And I'm trying to get resolve return on both aspects of the game, right? Not only do I get it back from, taking hits, I also get it back from breaking opponent barriers to create damage. And with this build, because you're focusing on the healing, the resolve return, and the health return, you're not going to be able to get a lot of damage, which means to finish off enemies, you have to break barriers. But as I break barriers, I get even more resolve back, so that's the full synergy effect. But you don't play the game and want to get hit on purpose. What this build does for you is you're not afraid to get hit, so you're going to end up fighting very free, and over time, you're going to learn to fight very smooth. Because you have so many opportunities to play aggressive and then to work on your dodging and your parrying at a degree where you're not afraid to get hit, so you'll fight great. Now here is the early game version that you can actually get by Act 2. You can see I have taken out the Charm of Silence to replace it with 1 more Charm of Resolve 1. And I've actually even taken out the Broken Barriers and just do the Charm of Izanami, which means Iron Will gives me back 50% health. That's a flex charm. You can really do what you want. But the essential thing I want to show you is this build also works without the Charm of Silence as long as you have the Divine Healings and the Resolve gains. And when I'm doing this, plus no Broken Barrier, so I'm just chasing for, getting hit and getting heals, I can fight like a Berserker Samurai. All I have to do is do down on D-pad when I get hit. This is on lethal mode, and there is nothing they can do. I can fight extremely aggressively, extremely fast, and just go for hits. I took that hit on purpose just to see how much health would go down, and you can see I don't go down. Look at that. Just taking hits. This is on lethal. I get all of it back. Am I losing resolve? Sure, but I'm taking down enemies as that's happening, so I'm fitting them out. And as I defeat them, I'm gonna get all my resolve back. And by the time that they have done enough damage, I have taken out most of them. So I got my resolve back again. I'm standing in no resolve, but I always get 1 back, right? I only need 1. And as I'm doing that, I'll finish off the enemies. And leaders give plenty of resolve back, so the return is going to be more than they can hurt me. And as you can see, I started with good resolve, took a whole bunch of hits, used the resolve, and now I'm getting back all the resolve again. By the end of the fight, I have full health. And I can do the end suffering. Resolve return is huge on these. I just get everything back. And this is without the Charm of Silence. And it's just still as good on lethal. And on hard, this build is absolutely game breaking. You can see those are the charms I'm using on hard. So no Charm of Silence again. This is twice as good. It may be 10 times better on hard, really, if you follow the concept of this build. You can see, yes, on hard they take more damage, but they hit way less hard. right? So instead of being able to finish off on lethal in 2 hits, hard is like, it might take 3 or 4 hits to finish your Jin off depending on what's going on. So there's just nothing they can do. You can see I'm purposely taking hits, and that's a leader hit. And on hard, it's not even, I don't even lose half the health, so I don't need to have to heal until I take another hit. But if I take another hit, I get way more resolve back. And look, I have full health again. I'm just gonna take these hits, and you can see the results are just, they're ridiculous. Like if I parry, I get plenty of resolve back, so I can finish them off. Get resolve back for the broken barriers. Now I'm at full resolve. There comes that leader. I take a hit, nothing. I take another hit, nothing. Another hit. I have full resolve through all that healing. And here, I'm just gonna take it. You see, it's gonna take him what? It was gonna take him 5 hits to finish me. 5 hits to finish this build is just impossible. By the time you hit me 3 times, I already have like 2 resolve. So because of that, on hard, this is absolutely unstoppable. So I'm gonna show you guys just testing this game out at the end game. Final level boss on lethal. So if you don't want any spoilers, you can pause the video right here because I want to show you with those charms and these statistics just how devastating this build can be actually in a duo scenario. And I'm gonna do this duo, so if you don't want any spoiler, pause the video now. Final warning. So this build is actually the one that I use for all my duos. Because you would think Gosaku armor with all the extra stacking is better, but it's not, because on the Gosaku you don't really get to trigger the health regen on, you know, defeating staggered enemies in a duo setting, because once you have defeated the enemy, the duo is over. You have one enemy, so that perk is completely useless. But with this build, you're using all your perks at once, especially in a duo setting where you're gonna get hit a ton. So essentially what's happening is I cannot be killed in any duos because of the incredibly fast health regen from the hits I'm taking. Lethal, hard, well, hard you've seen what happens, like nothing happens. But even on lethal is totally okay. So this is actually the build I like to go in with on duos. And the most important thing about this build is you can pretty much do the full version of it in Act 2 where you really be doing most of your duos, especially with the 6 sprays of Pink Duo Crest. And you can get all the charms early. I mean, is it better with Charm of Silence? Sure, then it becomes OP. But as you saw earlier in this video, you don't need the Charm of Silence for the full effect. So with this, I am just not going to go down. I can get everything back, take hits, and then I can also use all my resources if I want to. But the matter of fact is, they just can't hit hard enough to do anything. And I can pretty much just drag out the fight and test out my super kick if I wanted to, which is what I was trying to do here. But as you can see, there's nothing he can do. Like, he's hit me plenty of times, and I still have all of my resolve and health. So hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll talk to you guys again real soon.